Well, that's for them to decide. I've had quite a few of them contact me and ask me about, how we went through the process and what it was like and that sort of thing. It certainly wasn't an easy thing to go through the process. Once we've gotten through it, it's been a lot easier managing the business as a private entity. We can take on risk. We can accept risks and invest more aggressively. And it's, I think you could see some more based on the discussions that I've been having with some other colleagues.
You have intrigued me. How many companies I'm curious if you could put a little detail on it. How many companies have you talked to about doing the kind of transaction that you did? And are we talking about companies of the size of Dell, $27 billion bat, or even larger?
Some in Dell's size range, some a little larger, quite a lot more smaller than Dell, but let's say more than 10. But obviously I can't tell you who they are.
Do you blame activism? Let's put it this way: you tangled with Carl Icahn and Southeastern in the course of taking Dell private, and that has given you a taste of activism. Do you blame activism for what's happening to some of your competitors? HP, for example, splitting into IBM under tremendous pressure from investors for not being able to grow revenue and perhaps doing the wrong things with its capital?
I think there are two lenses that one should apply to these various moves that are being made. And the first is to say, is this something that's actually good for the customers of the enterprise? And often cases, the answer is no. And then the second lens question would be, if you owned all of the business, would you actually do this? And of course, activism is a bull market strategy, and there's a risk that the temporary nature of that shareholder who's renting those shares for a period of time, it certainly benefits during that short period of time. But what happens later on? And that's a risk, and certainly as a long-term, owner-operator of a business, I'm thinking about this over a lifetime and beyond.
So what do you say to the growing number of public company directors who are popping up, and occasionally even members of management, though there are far fewer of those, who say activism is a healthy influence on corporate America? It's bringing discipline to management. Is that totally disingenuous?
Well, I'm not saying it's all bad, and I'm sure there are good ones, and I'm sure there have been plenty of good things that have happened as a result of it. But anything taken to an extreme, can be a bad thing, right? And I think there are some bad examples in addition to probably some good ones.